To the Domestic Issues Podcast. I'm your host, Tillman. Per usual, I'm just going to jump right in this. I was watching a clip from the Blacklight podcast discussing a conversation with a young lady asking her why she had a child with a man that she said was a good man, but she was unable to continue to have a relationship with him. And I kind of just wanted to respond to the host of the Blacklight podcast in this and talk about his point. So let's check that out.
Let's go ahead and spin the clip, get back into this.
Have different wants.
But it was compatible enough to have a child with?
He was compatible enough for me to be sexually attracted to him. That's how you make a child.
Right.
Yeah.
See, that was very telling right there. Black women tend to see sexual attraction and, vetting all is the same thing. Like, no compartmentalization. Again, she thinks that families are created from sexual attraction. That is not, I wouldn't expect anything less than from a Black woman to say that starting a family starts from sexual attraction. I think that she just accidentally exposed the truth about how Black women think and how they view men way before they can ever think about if this guy's a good husband or whatever. They're trying to know if the guy can blow their back out, start from there, and then see if he's a good man. Again, this is just my observation.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Now, he said that Black women tend to see sexual attraction and vetting as the same thing. He said it like it don't surprise him. And saying that she thinks that that's where families are created. It's through sexual attraction. And he said he wouldn't expect anything else of a woman. And that's where I have my issue. I have my issue there because he's saying Black women, as if women in general don't pursue people based on sexual attraction. As if men in general don't pursue people based on sexual attraction. As if people in general don't pursue people based on sexual attraction. I remember hearing when I was very young, the first thing that you notice about someone when you meet them is how they look. It's the first thing you notice is how they look. And you immediately know whether or not you are attracted to them. Their attraction is normally based in whether or not you would sleep with them. And so to act like Black women are somehow special in this, or from the tone he used, worse in this, or should be denigrated for this, is ridiculous. See, the fact of the matter is that, number one, biologically, we are all attracted to people and choose our mates, for the most part, based on how we view them sexually. Now, yes, there are other things that are involved in it and things that are more important than that, far more important than that, I would say. But the idea that you don't put that first when it's the first thing you recognize about somebody is ridiculous. And also, no, you should definitely think about these other things first before you decide to have a child with them. I'm not saying he's wrong in that, but he is wrong in putting the onus only on Black women. Because white women do the same thing. I myself have had multiple sexual partners that were white women. Two of my baby mothers are white women. And they chose me. Now, one of them didn't choose me directly for sex. She wanted to date me, but she did approach me based off how I look. And so did that other one. And probably about 80 to 85% of the white women that I have slept with. But in fact, it has been historically recognized that white women are easy for Black men to sleep with. That is them choosing us based on sex first. And only in most cases, because we are Black men, so therefore they're not really trying to have a relationship with us in most situations. There's shame attached to that. So we know it's only a sexual thing, normally going right into it. So the fact that you would act like it's only Black women that operate in this makes no sense. But only to denigrate and talk down on them, which I'm sure maybe does something for your performance numbers. And it follows in the footsteps of maybe a Kevin Samuels who attack Black women and tear down their image consistently, but then want to point to the numbers to back him up. But whenever you say anything to refute those numbers, or dare I say even speak on yourself individually and what your own personal experience was, he throw that out the window. That wasn't allowed in conversation. Hey, you're not going to over-talk me. You're not going to over-talk me. What you thought that was for? I'm not going to allow you to make a point on my show. That's what that's for. Just in case you didn't recognize that. And so for you to continue in that same path and in that same vein, attributing something to Black women that is obviously something that all people take part in, makes no sense. But you know what? Maybe it's just the black women that you've dealt with that are this way. They look at you and wonder if you can only blow their back out or not. Maybe it's the black women that you approach. And if that's the case, I would say unto you, pick better women.
It don't make no difference what you say about it.